What's happening, everyone? Welcome to Thursday Night Airbrush Down Dirty Tricks. We are a minute late, but we got it going. It's been a very busy day. Trying to get everything ready and finish the motorcycle. And finished the motorcycle around 6, 8 cleaned up, got ready, mixed up the paint, and got going. Let's see who we got in the house this evening. Oh, we got a bunch of people already in there. We got James Ray, what's going on? We got Steve, Cody, JC, Gary Shees, Big Squatch, my mom over on Facebook. Hi, Mom. Love ya. Robert O'Malley. Cheese and Grits and NyQuil, Big Squatch. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good Thursday evening. Hope everyone's week has been good. Hello from Belgium. Welcome to the show. I have a friend from Belgium. Did a motorcycle with a builder who was originally from, a motorcycle builder who was originally from Belgium, who moved to the States, named Alan Lee. His mom still lives here, as a matter of fact. Welcome to the party. Welcome, cheers, everyone. Yep, Mom is on. All right, what do we got going on here? All right. Lindsay, what's going on? Cool. Thank you, everyone's popping in. A lot of members in the house. Thank you, all the members. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. All these lovely people helping this show grow. Let's keep that membership growing. I think I put a link in the description of this one if you guys want to join up and help support the channel. If you already have it, join up. You get 10% discount off anything in the stores and the merch stores, and as well as various things and free downloads I put out every so often to members only. So check it out if you already haven't. And of course, we gotta say thank you to our brands that we use. Some of them sponsors, some of them we just love to support. Fisheye Filter, Wada Airbrushes, Createx Colors, FBS Tapes and Masking, and Vision Air System, all the way up Coast Airbrush. So thank you. And many more on there. Trullers is, got to get Trullers up there, and a few other supporters. So thank you, guys. All right, what do we got? You drink your bourbon, I'll drink my Sam Adams Flannel Fest. Nice, very good. It's a very cool. So we have these things around here in Boston called duck tours, which are those big like military amphibious boats that go on land, and you've probably seen it in other states. So it's a really good joke. Because Sam Adams' burial ground is on the tour, and there's bar where they serve Sam Adams. So the joke is, it's the only place in the world you can have a cold Sam Adams next to a cold Sam Adams. Which is almost as good as the backside of water joke from Disney. So, that's for you, Big Mountain. Alright, let's get to what we got going on here. Let's get this up on screen. This is exactly where we left off last week. I haven't touched it, haven't done anything. It's exactly where it was. The only thing I did is I threw out the paint and I remixed 2 batches of paint for this week, and I mixed up a whole bunch of different colors. I mixed up an off-white, again, which is kind of what we used in here. It was just white, just a little yellow. I did a black with a Viridian green mix, just so it's not fully black. I did a Diseased Umber and a Decay color from the Bloodline. Then I did a nice candy green, a bright green, which is a mix of emerald green and the poison green candy. A little dirt track orange. A little tequila yellow, in case I need it. I don't think I want to use that one. And then that's the opaque green, that lime green, and my opaque orange. So that's what I got for colors here. And if you guys don't, it's a you know what, you and Stamen. Enough of that. I tell you, enough of that. Leslie Cook, what's going on, brother? Thank you for popping in over on the Facebook side. You do get a better, higher quality feed over on the YouTube side, just FYI, which is Airbrush Down Dirty Tricks over on YouTube. All right, we're just gonna get painting. Painting. So this is pretty much mid-tone value on everything. So I'm going to carve out... You know, I do want to brighten up the orange in some spots a little bit. So I'm going to go right to the orange. I'm going to throw this in my Eclipse. The nice thing about doing pumpkins is you can get away with like a greenish brown for almost everything, including inside the eye, because you get that, you can use a green, and the green here gives that kind of nice brown, kind of rotten tone that you get on pumpkins. Now I'm not doing a bunch. I'm just kind of, I want to brighten up some spots. You see what I'm doing? Just when I start carving detail, it doesn't go flat as fast, because all in here, if I start detailing it, because it's kind of flat, it's not going to have the pop I want. So I'm just going to hit some kind of some of these areas and get that orange just a little bit more pop. That finished up a cool bike today. Very basic looking when you look at it. I'll post it tomorrow next week. It's just a graphic bike. But it's one of those bikes that you're like, oh, it's pretty easy. And it's so technical, it just took forever. Killed me this week. Killed me. Yeah, so you're just getting that pop. Gary, she's coming in strong. Thank you, sir. Alright, that's enough. That's enough clapping. And even in here, like when it gets up to like the kind of root or the stem, I don't mind if the orange gets on there because it kind of does that anyway, in reality. Mr. Leahy, I missed you. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, see, that just popped it more. Gives me a little bit more to go on. And actually, I'm going to get a little bit in the teeth here. Dude, the Steve, the painting, I forget his name, the dude from Hellboy. That was an awesome piece this week. That was great. Steve, if you can't get some, let me know. We'll get it up to you. Oh, look, I have paper back there. That was a double cut mask. That's why you never double cut. See that? You get lines. Cool. Yeah, that was a fun piece. That character's always been just creepily cool. Dread Effects Custom Paint, what's happening, brother? Thanks for popping in. We're continuing from last week's feed. The Nothing But Net pumpkin. Alright, alright. I don't think we need the green yet. Let's go in. I'm going to take this. This is the Deceased Umber. Yes, Deceased Umber. I did finally get some antibiotics for this damn cough that won't go away this week. So hopefully that starts to work. It's mostly allergies, but it probably causes a little infection. So got on some meds. So yeah, this is Diseased Umber. This would be good to start the root. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. So this is going to go good because I'll get this kind of brown, this brown tint in there. And then we'll add some greens. And we'll grab some other tones. It'll be nice. Kelvin, thanks for popping in, buddy. You can catch it on the replay. Honey, what's happening? Thank you, honey. Oh, we got some orange skulls in the house. So I think the way it was working is gray is within the first month, purple is within the second, and orange, people who are getting into their third month. You all rock. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Honey, did you start getting your website and stuff worked out? You gotta get that done. Keep it really simple. Honey's trying to get set up to go to SEMA, which would be cool. But they do make it a little difficult. They try to keep it to they try to keep it industry only, so there you go. Oh, that sucks. I hate when you have to go through new credit card stuff. Well, thank you for thinking it was popping back on. Yeah, you're a bit ahead of the time over there, Dread. Hey, man, thanks for popping in. And anyone here looking for another cool channel, you know, definitely go check out Dread Effects channel. He goes through a lot of awesome stuff. Support those who support you in the industry. Timothy, what's happening? Timothy! Sorry. So even like lightly, this color can be used yeah, it's a great channel. So what's cool, this color, because now it's going over a lighter color, it can be used just to put some little details and some little shadows without going black. On the mummy wraps here. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot my cheesecloth. I was going to use a cheesecloth to put some cloth texture in here. Let's see what I got. Just so those who are interested, we do have a current bid on this of $200 from Cheese Grits and NyQuil. Sign shops are fun. That's where my first studio was. Inside a sign shop, I learned all the old sign techniques, and neon bending, and channel letters, and all that fun, happy horse shit. Yeah, just cheesecloth or an old tack rag that's beat up. You can spray through it. It's a really awesome effect. Here's one of Drew Blair's skin texture. That would kind of give it a gauzy kind of look. Old mummy wraps. It's funny how airbrush artists often get together near side shops. Because they know they can utilize our skills. Gerald Mendez. How we doing, buddy? Thanks for popping in. Oh, Gerald's on both. Gerald's everywhere. You see, he's there, he's everywhere. For those who have watched Ted Lasso, you'll understand that. Let's see if we can zoom in on this guy a little bit. Let's go to a side-by-side cam. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom back out on here. And we'll zoom back in on this one. We're going to have to up the ISO a little bit. There we go. That looks better. Tyler Kern. What's going on, buddy? Seriously, I had to shut the AC off in the studio, but man, it's already getting hot. We've unseasonably warm the past few days for around here. We were almost 90 today. So I'm still taking that diseased umber. Remember, I put some of the texture in here using Dennis Matheson's bubbles. I'm just kind of finding some of those. I'm just going to make those imperfections in the pumpkin. And we'll use the same color. We'll eventually hit it with the brown. Because this color's nice, as I said, I can do the wraps. And give it a little shadow. Driving and watching. Gerald, you're not supposed to do that. Well, it's California, so you're probably stuck in traffic. So I guess you're not really moving. So yeah, so this is a great time to add just little like details that you may see, you may not. But it's there. If you like it, you can accentuate it. If you don't, you can hide it. Like I said, this is not a... There was no sketch, there was no plan, there was no reference material to look at. This was just straight... This was just straight work from the fly. And see what happens. We came with an idea. Right from the show, just started sketching it. You guys all saw it live. in the first video, we got to the main part of it and got through all the bulk of, you know, the structure. Got the midtone and everything, and now, now it's just paint. Oh, I missed this week's Deck Tuesday. David, that's really appreciated. Thank you very much. The one benefit, I'm so glad I started in the t-shirt industry. Starting in the t-shirt world just gave me a lot of confidence to work on the fly and work total freehand with nothing, just because the timing back then, you had no choice. There was no other option. We didn't use a lot of stencils. There weren't much out there. And you just got really good at being fast with freehand control, which was also encouraged because at the same time, when I started getting to do, I don't want to say bigger work, but when I started getting to do more refined work, I had to lose that t-shirty look about everything, where everything had to be really, really, really fast. You know, that was kind of the blessing and the curse of being a t-shirt artist. You learn to work really fast. The problem is, once you get there, it's hard to slow down because you just want to go. Yes, I'm going to be putting some in there. That's what like some of these are like right here. You know, and that'll kind of continue up like this. But then I want to do like here, where this is casting the shadow. So that ribbon, this one's casting a shadow down. This one is kind of coming up. And just those little kind of hard, soft edges help get that three-dimensionality. Yeah. That. Yeah, I'll get some more of those in there now. Warlock, what's going on? God damn it. I have to turn my air conditioner on up here because it is getting hot. I'm starting to sweat. This might be a little fan noise. It shouldn't be too bad. Gotta love app-controlled devices. There we go. And a little bit of hum. Okay, so we got you, we got you. Oh, we got you down here, the vine. Thank you, Steve. I will give everyone the benefit, because sometimes the likes don't show up right away. They take a little bit. Yeah, that nice little drop shadow just helped. Like, watch. So this one will make this top one drop shadow this. So I'm just gonna like find the curve that kind of follows it, and I'm gonna stop it right there without going past it. And see, now it gives you that lift. See what that just did from here to here? It just gives that lift. Almost no reduction. This is pretty much illustration straight, maybe 5% right here. I'm about 40 psi. I am a higher psi sprayer than most people who started in illustration usually are a lot lower. Because my t-shirt background, I really and automotive background, I'm used to doing high pressure, so a lot of times my reduction is a lot less than most illustrators. Some of mine are a little higher, but I usually try to keep it around there, 5 to 10%. When I'm doing like solvent, like House of Color, I'm close to. So I start with a 2 to 1, and I might add an extra part if I need to with like a thick color like white. Or I just jack the pressure to 70 to 80 psi. And I go from there. Alright, so now I'm going to get the green tone here, which would be... So that's what I like about this is the Vile Green is very close to the Diseased Umber, so you can work with them really well. But now I can work like inside the eye and kind of carve that pumpkin and come out of it and kind of start tinting the pumpkin a little bit. And then at the end we'll bring the candies in. Honey's everywhere. That's why she needs to get credentials for SEMA. Oh, Tim, you're welcome, man. It's, you know, I always wish I had like an answer, like, oh, it's always this and always that. The other thing to consider when teaching it or talking it is it really depends on the airbrush. The reason I start like 5% and everything, 10%, is it's easier to keep adding reducer. So when I go from my Takumi Eclipse here, which is a regular 0.35, and I put it in my Micron, obviously, like an opaque color like white, it's going to need more reduction or more pressure. So I like to keep I like to be able to add reduction as I go versus like try to make paints thicker. So see now, if I come up here, I can kind of add. I can add to the mouth with this green, but I can also come over and add more details. This might be the last Halloween thing I do on the feed. I may do one more. But my goal is to get these cleared and out so everyone has their stuff for Halloween. Especially the props. Those are going to go out first of the week. No sense buying Halloween props if you can't use them. That is a great book. Another great book, if you guys have never looked at it. It's called The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. Not The Art of War by Shen Sun. The War of Art. It's probably one of the best books I ever listened. I did the ebook. I mean, I did the what is it called when you listen to it? Audiobook. I did the audiobook of it, and I think I've listened to it about 5 times in the past few years. It really helps you as an artist, like, carve your path and get out of your own damn way. Most artists and designers fail because we self-sabotage. Whether knowingly or unknowingly. We put up our own resistance and roadblocks. And a lot of it's because of fear. Fear of failing. Or to even start something. So, if you have like audiobook app, or just want to read it, Steven Pressfield's The War of Art. I have one. I'm chewing on a lozenge right now. Like I said, I even got antibiotics this week. And it's really just allergies. At the postnasals just sitting in the back of my throat. And nighttime settles in, it gets worse. Like if I'm not working, if I'm not talking, I'm just painting, I don't have a cough. Once I start talking this much. Michael Stan, what's happening? Warlock, are you talking about Steve's book? Or the one I was talking about? And I'm a big fan of Gary V as well. I love watching his videos. He just basically tells you, it's your fault. War of Art. Yeah, it was surprisingly interesting to hear his stories from back then, and because he had been he did, I think, a couple King Kong movies and a few other things, and hearing some of the stories behind it. It was great. The audiobook is great because the guy who which one narrated? Which one did I get? The narration was just spot on. The narration sounded like a crotchety old artist, like he really is. So it was actually, it was really good. Yeah. I mean, that's really what. Yeah, I'll be fine for SEMA. I'll be fine, like, as long as it's just, it comes and it goes. The nice thing about Vegas, my allergies don't really kick in. There's no, there's no ragweed or foliage or other crap out there. It's just dry. And this year, Gerald, you might actually get to meet my wife. My wife might be coming out for a couple days. Not the whole show, but she might come out for like Wednesday through Friday for the first time and see the show. Yeah, the tea doesn't really work for me. The tea actually, the tannins dry my throat out. Really, if I just stop talking, I won't cough. Now you really want to hear me anyway. Really starting to come together now. Some nice tone, some nice pop. Gerald, we need to see if we can get Honey a badge out there. She needs to get to SEMA. If she can't get her business paperwork taken care of. I am. Good that somebody cares. Like, last week I was fine. I coughed like twice the whole time. But we went back up in temp. Oh, so membership on YouTube, the way I have it worked, it's entry. Might just have one tier right now, and it's more of a thank you and it's support. It's $2.99 a month. It gives you 10% off all my digital downloads on McKayFineArt.com, which is right here. And so it gives you 10% off all my vector downloads, things like that. We also got a couple free projects. Oh, and for those who remember last week, there's still a 20% discount for the channel. Was it Astral 20 or Astra 20? Whatever we did last week, it ends tonight at midnight. Because we got that guy's new channel, Astral 20 something, whatever it was. We got his channel. Sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, so it was almost 90 today. It was 80 something yesterday. And when you go from like the cold, moist days and damp days to the hot, Astral, ASTRAL 20. That's good till midnight, I think. So that's 20% off all digital downloads. But members, you always get 10 as long as you're a member. And we're going to start doing a whole bunch of free members-only content's going to come up. So the more people join, the more I can do. Will you throw what up where? So there's no really, if they're talking about the how-to for this, this is the how-to. There's no support files for this. I sketched it on the fly. Yeah, there's nothing. But you could pause it right here, take a screenshot, and then just trace that onto a panel and work from it. Yeah, no, this one, like I said, this one isn't there. I don't know if I have a pumpkin. I had a pumpkin project we did a while ago, but I don't know if I have that in the store. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff up there. And I know Tommy Ham Stencils just put out a bunch of really cool pumpkins. Mike Twilliger, what's happening, man? Thanks for popping in on the Facebook side. Does everyone sit on Facebook? If the quality is some meh over there, because a lot of times it slows down, get over to YouTube, Airbrush Down Dirty Tricks. That's where the higher quality feed goes. And that's where everyone else is hanging out. Oh yeah, so Warlock, we got the the Scarecrow. The Pumpkin King and the Scarecrow. If I was smart, I'd actually do like commercials. Not here, but just like reminders of some of these projects. Munchkin Uber duty tonight. Have a good one, man. Alright, I kind of like here. I like this tone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some brighter things that I want to brighten up a bunch of pieces, and that's going to set up for candy. So this is where, and then we'll do the background. This is where sometimes it looks like crap, because I start going really, really bright and dynamic. But that's okay, because that's what we want. And then the candies are going to pop that out even more. Except like on here. So here is just going to be highlighting, and I'll go back through and do more. Steve, have a good night. So then coming here, I can brighten up these eyes. So when I put the candy green in here, it'll really pop. So, you know, when you want pop, especially when you're doing like automotive, when you do candies, you kind of set up your colors, and then you come back in, so you tone it with candy, and you knock it down, kind of get it to like one color, and then the goal is to pop it again by using another pop of white, or off-white, and then doing a lighter color candy on top of it. So, it's very similar. When you're using water-based, you can still do the same technique. Just like in here, I can accentuate some of these kind of glitters or whatever, like, you know, the bumps on the skin. And we're going to hit that with some orange and green candy as well. We're going to make that pop. Yeah, man, fluorescence would be good. Fluorescence would be cool. The candy pop will do a really good job. I could have done fluorescence, but I don't think I have any handy. Honey, thank you very much. Much, much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, like fluorescent green and yellow would work really good here, but I'll still get that pop with the candies. I did think of it last week. I was gonna get some like some of the UV reactive, so we can like do some black light effects. I wasn't sure if it would work on camera, but let me see if I can pull that off before the holidays, before. See you later, cheese. Or see you soon. Like, this is a really loose piece. As you can tell, I'm doing a lot of freehand noodling because I'm always working in this mid where I know I can just tighten things up. Yeah, so this the glow in the dark, I'd rather use the UV reactive. The UV reactive actually works better. Glow in the dark works for like a week or two, and then it just dies. Most of the stuff that I've messed with, some of it lasts a little longer, but the UV reactive stuff's great because under black light it always pops. Don't forget we got these kind of wraps around here, but I want to keep them loose till the end because I still got to pull this outer mask off and then tie everything together. So when I work like this, I try to work really kind of loose, especially when I want the painting to look kind of gritty. I'm not looking for Disney cartoon smooth. I'm looking for something a little grittier, almost like Tim Burton-y. I try to work a little bit messier on purpose and just get a little more painterly. I always liked watching Mike do that. LaValle would do that quite a bit, and he would work. Yeah, I do have a bunch of Luminor panels, and I have yet to do one on my feed live. Again, I gotta mess with it off camera and make sure how it's gonna. I've done recorded ones before, but though I gotta try it live. The only problem with the Luminor sometimes is those panels give some frequency feedback that the mics sometimes pick it up. So I gotta practice that. But if you all would like to see some Luminor panel work, like painting on a pre-painted panel, I'm not going to show you how to do Luminor. There's been enough of that out there. There's enough videos on it. But how to paint over Luminor, I could definitely work something out. Might have to make Dr. Light loose to tight. Yeah, heard that somewhere. All right. Like, it looks really, really bright on camera. Not quite as bright in here. The camera really picks up the white. It's alright when I start darkening this thing down. That's right. So I don't think I missed any bids. Last bids was cheese and grits at 200. So if anyone else has bid and I missed it, let me know. I don't think so. This is a 12 by 13. Or, no, 11 by 12. 10 by 12. 10 by 12 painting. Alright, so let's do some candy orange. Very sparingly. I'm going to bring up the candy green. And then we'll unmask this baby. Start tying the background in. Let's see what we think. See how that candy, how fast that pops? It enhances the shadows. And it can add a little bit more mid-detail with that. If you just see that little bit, just look from here to there. Now watching here, watch how fast the color comes up. Because candy is going to enhance what's underneath and work with it. $19.99. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Calvin. And the reason I'm going to do this is because the green, when I do the green has a lot of, the green is a glow from the eyes. So I want to be able to let that overspray get other places, because that's going to mean like that green is like casting a glow to other items. But you can just see how that starts to pop everything. So all that ground mid-tone work was a setup to make this pop. That's why I wasn't worried about any white overspray down here, because it's just kind of, and I knew it was going to get tinted orange. So right now it's black. I'm just going to do probably some maybe some fire and smoke effects. Yep, candy always adds the magic, and that was always the trick to automotive painting. Was, you know, we rendered everything in like a black and white grayscale tone or a color pop like a yellow, and then you start adding colors and just start popping everything. The great thing about it is you could kind of get by with a pretty light color palette of just like black, whites, and opaque yellow, a couple opaque colors, and as long as you add all the candies, you could do anything. And like with some of the stuff, if you haven't checked out Gerald's, which I think everyone here knows Gerald's work, you know, the way the candies pop off the ground metal. That's the other thing. I haven't done a ground metal piece in a while. I do have a bunch of flaked pieces coming in. I had Daryl Sargent, Candyman Customs, flake a bunch of stuff for me. So I got a skateboard deck, a gas tank shell, a new backpack shell, and a painting. I think a couple of those are going to go for SEMA. The rest of them I'm going to probably do here. So keep an eye out for them. I've had one of these. I've had these backpacks forever, and I used to have a really cool one I used to bring all the time. I got a little tired. They're Bumblebee backpacks. They're hard clamshell backpacks. I decided I want to make a new one for SEMA this year and have it all flaked. No, Gerald, thank you. So, yes and no. With the Createx, once you mix it in 40-50, you should use it within a day or two, or that day. You can stretch out a little bit. Automotives, you can mix up, and I've had some colors last as much as a month or two in a bottle. Some colors have a tendency to seed out, which means you'll start getting dry particles inside the bottle. So as long as they stay separate, they don't seed, but once you mix, got to activate them. Some of the colors do seed a little bit, so you got to be careful. House of Color, I used to get the seeding if I used what was the color? Tequila. It wasn't tequila. No. Pagan Gold. If I use Pagan Gold and let it sit for more than like 2 weeks in a plastic bottle, the bottom you'd start to see some dark flecks seeding out. As long as you strained it, you could get it to work for artwork, but you didn't want to like spray it through a gun over like a big graphic, because you'll get like pepper flakes in it. Some colors last more than the others too. It depends on the dye. But see how that candy just starts to bleed up into here? It starts looking really cool, because it starts, you get those color blends. Everything melts together with candies, because it doesn't cover anything, it tints whatever's underneath it. Now I was talking about Tequila Sunrise paint, Gerald, not tequila itself. You drunk? Could it be reincorporated? No, it'll still stain, but once you get those dry flakes in there, honey, once those dry flakes go to seed, they're like dried particles. You strain them a few times, you can get rid of them. So, like I said, you can get away with it for artwork like this, but I wouldn't like put it in a spray gun and spray it. Because no matter how much you strain it, sometimes you'll still get a particle or two. Okay. I think that's got everything as orangey as I want it. Nothing's wrong with tequila itself. Not unless you try to drink too much with Gerald, then tequila becomes a problem. For anyone who goes up against, who even dares to try to go up against Gerald. The Gerald puts you under. I need some more. I got to hit this. Put that off-white. And then I'm going to do, not as scary, I want to glow that. Glow, glow, and let the overspray cast up a little bit. And I think before I candy too, I want to hit some of the edges of these. So the overspray might get a little on there on purpose. Let it glow. These kind of edge stitches. We add more of these later, I think. Just a couple for now. A couple happy little threads. Yeah, we all gotta slow down at times, man. Right now I'm in training for SEMA, so we gotta keep things ready to go. One does not go to SEMA with an untrained tolerance, or it's gonna be a very short lived week. Okay. You smell the brakes burning. I know the feeling. How are we doing on time here? How are we doing on time? 9 o'clock. Not bad, not bad. I think Kaylee just got home from a volleyball game. That's why she was not here tonight. They were at an away game. Alright, it's all about pacing. Yes, pacing is a big thing. Especially in Vegas. Around Gerald. Alright. Just comes together quick. Because now we start getting that pop. I let that overspray kind of get out. I will tell her hi. And you see that really just start to pop out. I want to get a little bit of green up on this stem. Let me see if I can. This ISO's up way too high. Some spatter effects in there. Cool. Alright, let's pull off this masking. Let's see if we can do this background. Yeah, pacing is key. Drinking water is key. A little trick I learned years ago when I go to SEMA. Because everyone's out there, you know, tons of friends, and everyone's buying everyone drinks. It's hard to say no. But if you keep a drink in your hand at all times, you can usually get away with saying, no, I'm all good. So the key, every once in a while, get yourself a soda water with lime on the rocks. If people will think you have a mixed drink in your hand, and they won't keep feeding you other mixed drinks. So you can take a break without looking like you're taking a break. And then you can hydrate at the same time and get right back into the game after. Did they win? Did who win? Who are we talking about? Look at that. Now I got that nice border. Oop, double cut. Nice. Oh, you're done? Oh, I don't know. No idea. They just got home. Let's see. This is looking right. Angel Blue, thank you very much. So you see now you got that black background. Now we need to get some smoky smoke. Start wrapping this up. Thank you, Cody. You beat me out on the last one I bid on. Yeah, right now you're the high bid still, man. I think you're the only bid. All right. Let's get a little bit of smoke happening. A little background fun. My plan is to get this thing done, clean up, and go watch the season premiere of Loki. Because I am a Marvel fanatic. So I'll be looking forward to that one. Alright. Alright, so we need some smoke. I might have over-reduced this too much. Let's see. You're done. Oh, okay. Yeah. Pay attention to too many conversations sometimes. A little bit of smoke. Yeah, this stuff's looking too much reducer. Now I'm spilling paint. We'll get the big bottle up. Captain America should be Captain what? PR. Alright, now let's see. It should be a little heavier here. There we go. That'll do it. Yeah, that joke's always kind of funny. Because of 3 stripes in front. Well, he could also be Captain Texas. 1 star and a couple stripes. Let's add some more little smoke effect in here. Really want that smoke coming out over the eye. Man, it's a lot greener. I wish I could get this color. To show. It's really washed out. Yeah, it's always hard to get the colors to just show like how they are. Texas. Texas only got 2 things, stairs, and we don't say that anymore. Yes, but technically, the Captain Rogers stripes continue to oscillate red, white, red, white, red, white are on the back side. There's only 3 in the front, but then 4, 5, 6 go around the back, if you want to be technical about it. If you want to fight about it. Yeah, I needed to... I think most of the pigment settled down the bottom of this big one. I need to really shake the hell out of it to get it to go. Good cover. Good cover, man. We're going to leave it right there. Perfect. Let's not push it. Let's leave it. Oh my God. You say stamen. We're going to make that the word of the week one week. That's going to be the drinking word. Every time Big Mountain says stamen, everyone has to take a shot. Come on. Yeah, see how washed out they like this is a blue. There we go. That's a little closer. No. We're not playing now. Okay, every time Big Mountain says it and Honey says it, they both have to drink. And everyone else can laugh. So, Cheese, Chris Nyko, you said Mass had, were you up here in Mass? Or I forget if you live in Mass or... I can't remember it. I'm just warming up. Oh yeah, the color's starting to pop. Now you're starting to see the orange. And the white. Oh, nice. I was there a few months ago. With my daughter to take a tour of the campus. A lot different from when I used to go there as a kid. Or as a high schooler. It's not as zooey Mass as it used to be. Back in the 90s, that place was a trip. Yeah, I went to the cafeteria there. Cafeteria there is outstanding. I think it's the top-rated cafeteria college. Yeah, it's no joke. It's the food. I wanted to go back. I had pho, I had dumplings, I had Japanese, and I had some Indian and everything. So if my daughter goes there, I'm gonna just come for the food. They tore down frat. Much calmer. Yeah, I remember the brown house and the green house, and oof, stumbled back from there a few times. I didn't go to school there, I just went there to party. Hollywood Mall was cool too. A buddy of mine used to have a t-shirt place there. Richard Markham. I haven't talked to Richard in a while. No, I'll let you know when I get out there. Yeah, I'm gonna walk around there. You cheese and grits? Let's walk on campus. Show me, take me to Cheese Grits and NyQuil. I'm like, what the? Oh, this dude's on something. But the campus is really amazing now. That's just one of the schools. She's looking at a ton of schools right now. Because she's wicked smart. She's wicked smart. You know, if I head out that way, I'll let you know. If you head out this way, let me know. I'm on the East Coast, right to the water. If you want, you're more than welcome to come pick this up in person. We got some of the best North Shore roast beef places in the world, because the best places are only around here in the North Shore. I made steak and lobster. Forgot the H. I've never been a fan of mixing steak and lobster. I either want lobster seafood or I want steak. I don't like the mix. Too much competing protein. Oh, dude, their food there's... I'm not even joking. It's ridiculous. And they've had that title for a few years running now, I think. If I remember right. That's what the TA... Not the TA, well, whoever was giving us the tour was saying. I took one of my mentors I work with in this group of entrepreneurs. He was up in Boston for the day, and he'd never been to Boston, so I took him out to the Union Oyster House for lobster. I got one of each lobster roll, warm and cold, to see, because he'd never had them up here. So you got to experience them both, see what you like better. I go back and forth. Like sometimes I like the mayo-y cold, sometimes I like them just lathered in warm butter and no mayo. 6 years, yeah, probably about right. Yeah, I think they said that. It's crazy. Fucking zoom ass. It's funny because it used to hold the High Times magazine record of best party school in the country. That was in the 90s. It's like, that's an achievement you want for your kids to go to school. Road trip. A little green glow to these. This is gonna be one of those. It's really gonna pop like crazy when I clear this thing. Yeah, they did. They've done a great job. The campus is great. What the school has to offer is great. If Kaylee applies, I mean, she's going to apply to it. I don't know if she's going to go. There's a couple big reach schools she's going for. So we'll see. But she's going for, like, biology and zoology. And maybe some other sciences. And they're the third best funded college in the U.S. next to MIT and Harvard. So I can't really complain about that either. 3-hour drive, yeah, so it's 2.5 hours for me. So right in the middle. Growing up in Hawaii, we actually had absolutely delicious spiny lobsters. Yeah. Yeah, your lobsters are alright, but they're not better than the Maine lobsters. You guys don't have claws. But yeah, the two main lobster rolls up here is, you know, just warm and cold. So you got your toasted bun. You got your toasted bun either way. It's just whether the meat is made like with mayo and some seasoning, or if it's just straight lobster meat dipped in butter. Yeah, no, seriously, if you're up this way, give me a shout. I'm always up for lunch. Michael Chericosta, what's going on, man? If you're still on Facebook. Alright, so now we got some of the illustration black mixed with green. Do some final details. We're going to put this puppy to bed. Yeah, they are. And they have their both strengths. Like, I don't order like Alaskan crab legs and things like that up here very often because it's just, you're not going to get the best. Just like when I'm in California, I wouldn't order Maine lobster. You're not going to get, it's just, they're different. But they're all awesome. It's just like you can't get true tacos like Southern California anywhere else other than Southern California. They just don't make it. No matter who says, oh, I know a place. No, you don't. You think you know a place, but it's just like the roast beef sandwiches. You can't get Maine lobster boy. Ain't gonna be the freshest. Nope. I don't even get them in Vegas. I get them in Vegas. I avoid lobsters. You know, it's just not. I'm not going to pay ridiculous, but I can get them here literally off the boat. I used to have a customer, I don't have him anymore, he retired, but I used to just literally go down to his boat. An hour and a half, great man. Well, 3.5 hours, if you count last week. Exactly, man. I love good friggin' seafood, fresh. I love a good rare tuna steak. Just sear the outside. So good. Oh, it's gotta be crazy. Pretty big dining hall, though. Alright, so I am wrapping up the final details on this. I'm going to call it pretty much quits, and I'll probably do a little bit extra refinement on this after the fact. But I'm just going in and hitting all the deep corners and deep crevices. This is a black and green. And then I'll probably clear it. This is going to be like a bigger painting. I'm going to add some more candy to this, actually, to these smoke. You know, this might be a clear and then pop out details and then, you know, sand it and re-clear it type of deal. Details. Oh, cheese and grits. This looks like this is going to be your painting. You have another one too, right? Because you won the... Did you win the heads? The skulls? Because if you won the skulls in this, it might be worth like an afternoon trip and safe on shipping. Or we'll meet halfway, do some lunch and grab everything. We'll talk after, figure it out. Yep, the prop skulls, yep. Because I know they're going to kill us on shipping on those. So now you can put this next to prop skulls and you're all set. Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll talk. We'll see if we can come up with something time-wise so it's not too out of the way for you. Get a little candy on these. You want to tint that smoke a little bit greener. Yeah, the camera just doesn't pick up the green very well. That's alright. The owner will get to see it in person. Yeah, I'm just saying, that's the only thing that always bumps me out about going to Vegas for SEMA is I don't get to enjoy Halloween here and like do my... I usually decorate the house pretty big when I'm here, but I'm not here. This is my daughter's like last Halloween here, so a little too wet too fast. Let's get a little green tint on these mummy wraps. Yeah, see that? See how that changed it? They were a little too bright. Just a little tint. Like they're glowing. You know, I'm going to sign this thing. I'm going to call it done. I'd love to know the story behind that. Unless it's too personal. Where's my good green? Hold please. See, my cough's getting better. You're still wet. I'm gonna slide over here. Oh, and I did sign the skulls as well, by the way. That kind of shows the color pop a little bit more, but he's gone silent. All right. Well, that, kiddies. Oh, it's getting better. Yeah, it's done. It's still there, but it's done. I had a great time. It was a good night. This was fun finishing in. I think we're going to take a break from the Halloween stuff for a little bit. Maybe I'll do, like I said, I'll do one more, but I don't know if I'll be able to get anything out to anyone before Halloween. Oh, hold on a second. LOL. Which shows an exciting origin of the story, but really isn't, at least the name. You got to come up with a funny story. You got to come up with a funny story. So I will see everyone next week. I think I'm going to start one of my SEMA panels, or at least project leading up to SEMA. Yeah, we're going to start doing some projects that we're going to be doing at SEMA. So for anyone here who's coming to SEMA, you have to come by the booth and see the finished product and things like that. So that is it. Oh, Krampus. Krampus is going to happen. Because Krampus I can do dual purpose. You know, Krampus is definitely a Nightmare Before Christmas because that can go both ways. So we will figure some stuff out. I want to thank everyone for popping in tonight. Cut it a little bit short just because I'm not going to start anything right now. And if I keep fighting this, going back and forth, this is going to get too much. So I want to thank all you guys for hanging out, all my members for supporting. All you guys who aren't members, there's a link in the description for how to sign up. Get your discounts off stuff, support the channel, help it grow. When we get this thing going, I will need 10,000 subscribers by Christmas. That's my goal, my personal goal. We're at 9,400, so I think we can do it. I think at 9,420 to be exact, as I look today. And I think we're at 36 members. So if you guys keep popping in, keep hitting the subscribe, join, and we will keep growing this thing together. And I'll start doing some actual, I'm going to start breaking down some simpler how-tos, like flames and graphics and tape outs and things like that. I got a whole new supply of Visionaire mounts and systems coming in, so we can like mount a gas tag, mount a skateboard, and actually show you some awesome layouts and how to do that. So we got that coming to Visionaire's coming on board as a big sponsor of the channel. So in turn, we're going to do some videos for them showing off some of their jigs and how beneficial they are. So that's coming in the near future. So and I had Daryl Sargent work with me. He just flaked a whole bunch of stuff. And one of the things he did big flake and then mix rainbow flake on top of it. You know, the rainbow, the opalescent that rings out. It's bitchin'. So I got some cool stuff planned. So thanks everyone. Have an awesome week. Have an awesome weekend. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Peace.